Hello everyone, this is Daniel with ManyBidets.com. Today we're going to walk through the installation process for our new favorite seat on the market, the Cascade 3000. Installation is pretty simple and should be able to be done within about 15 minutes. We start installation by turning off the water supply that leads to the toilet. You'll notice also that we've already taken off the existing toilet seat on this toilet so that it's ready to go and we can get started with the installation. Once the water's been turned off, we need to drain the toilet tank so that we can disconnect the toilet from the water supply. Just make sure that you flushed all the water out of the system that you can. It's also a good idea to have a towel below the water inlet just so that you have something to catch the drips that might come out of the hose. Once the water supply is disconnected, we simply install the TConnector. This allows us to get water to the toilet and the bidet seat using one water supply line. It is also important to note that there is no need for a hot water line as the Cascade 3000 uses the latest technology in ceramic instant water heating to heat the water on demand when needed. So only the cold water supply is needed, and we're setting that up right now with this T-connector. So we screw the T-connector onto the bottom of the toilet tank, and then we connect the water supply line to the bottom of that. We can see that the T-connector has a rubber washer. Make sure that the narrow part of the washer is facing up. You should be able to get by without using any plumber's tape. If you do use some plumber's tape, use it very, very sparingly. You can see that the supply hose also has rubber washers on either side as well. Here we're connecting the hose without the use of a water filter, but we can also install a water filter. Here's the water filter we'll be installing. You can see that the water filter has an arrow on it showing which way the water flow should go. This is an ion filter, which means that it collects large particles in the water and also softens the water for the most efficient wash possible. This is our top recommended filter, but you can also install a carbon filter which just collects any particles in the water and it doesn't soften the water. You can see now that that filter is connected onto the side that the bidet seat connects to, and now we just connect the water supply hose that leads to the bidet seat to that filter's other end, and we're set to go. There are a couple different designs for toilets. Our toilet has holes that we can access from the top or the bottom. You can see my finger through that hole. There are also toilets, though, where you don't have access to the bottom of that hole, and those are called skirted toilets, and they require a top mounting kit. So here we can see what you might see in the hole of a top mounting kit, and that is a rubber fitting that expands when a screw goes through it. The Cascade 3000 works with toilets that require top mounting kits. It also works with standard toilets that don't. So you can see the difference in the holes here. The hole on the left is what you would see with a top mounting kit situation. There's a rubber insert that expands when you put in a screw. On the right, we can see a standard hole where you have access to the bottom of that hole. It is a little bit of an easier install. The mounting plate goes on the toilet. We can see that the arrow that points towards the front of the toilet is pointing in that direction. That's how we know it's positioned correctly. You can also see that the curve is in the back of that mounting plate. If you're using a top mounting kit, you're going to use the original screws that came with the toilet, and you're just going to use that metal bracket to allow the existing screw to work well with the mounting plate. When running a standard install, there are 4 pieces to the bolt apparatus. We have the bolt itself, we have the rubber bumper, and then we have a little plastic washer that holds the bumper in place and a nut at the bottom. This is designed to only be hand tightened, and the plastic washer holds the bumper in place so that you can get the nut on the bolt without having to worry about keeping the bumper from falling off. All right, now that we've talked about the process, let's go ahead and actually see it in action. Here we see the bottom side of the toilet. That bolt is through the mounting plate. We're going to put the bumper and the washer together, and then we're going to slide it up onto the bolt. The washer holds the bumper in place, allowing for quick and easy connection of the nut. and we tighten it. We don't want to tighten it real tight. We want it to be sort of kind of snug, but not tight. We're going to do the same thing to the other side, and then we're going to put the bidet seat on. Putting the bidet seat on is a very quick piece of the puzzle. You simply put it in front of the mounting plate, line it up, and slide it into place. You can see it only took me a portion of a second to snap that bidet seat in. Once we have the bidet seat where we want it, we can tighten the bolts at the bottom. We can also loosen the bolts to position the seat. Here we can see the seat moving from side to side. It can also slide front to back, but once we have it where it fits the toilet the best, we simply tighten those bolts and we're good to go. There are only a few steps left in the installation process. The first of those steps is connecting the water supply line to the bidet seat. Once this has been done, we're ready to turn on the water supply again. Do this slowly and check for leaks to make sure that we don't have anything cross-threaded or any leaks happening. Once we've done that, our toilet seat is installed. The Cascade 3000 does offer slow closing lid and seat, and you can see that the shape of the lid makes it suitable for sitting on. It's one of the few seats on the market that allow you to sit on the lid. We simply need to plug it into our 3-prong GFI outlet, and we're set to go. Hopefully you enjoyed this installation video for the Cascade 3000. Again, this is our current favorite seat on the market. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to us using the information in the description for this video. You can also always feel free to comment on this video. Of course, don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe for future videos coming out. Thanks so much for watching, and have a fantastic day.